Well, I'm back. Here's Dan. I have a lot of abilities, a lot of things I have mastered. You know, I was kind of a, I guess I have a lot of experiences of stuff that I've seen in the out of body meditation. A lot of stuff. It's related to a lot of the things that even some of these whistleblowers talk about. Problem is, they don't have skill sets, and that's what bothers me. Is they don't have any training. They don't sit in. Well, they don't have any training. See, like a lot of my out of body meditations have taken me to places like they explained, but I didn't know anything. Like when I had my out of body experience 4 years ago, and I have Survival Ninja Facebook page, like trial and error, almost in a way that like it's progressing as I'm drawing out more of the intention and learning more as I progress through it. And almost like it's just flawless. It just comes to me. I know exactly what it is and how to perform it and do it like that. And it's just like this signal. In a way, it's like not like a download. It's like a memory. And because the memory perception as is something that all the sensory is built into, like a cube. So as you walk through life and you want to you want to have memory of something, you kind of like set in stone with the intention of what you are engaged in that at that time, that singularity time frame. You're engaging these senses and feelings and thoughts and emotions, and it's like in this cube. It's so strong for me. It's like that. So it's not like a download. It's like a memory. It feels like a past life memory. Or it's just something that's happened 4 years ago. But there's so much stuff happened. There's so much stuff. There's so much shit. And that's what you don't hear these galactic whistleblowers talk about. They don't have this type of personality, I guess. Maybe they do, maybe they don't. You know, they talk a lot of things, and I only watch a little bit of that stuff. I don't really jump into it a whole lot because I already have my abilities, my training, my knowledge, my experiences. You know, they're explaining theirs, but I'm not allowed to explain mine. You know, I think it's important for all whistleblowers to come out there and say what they need to say. For it's important. You know, it's important to even put a guy like me on Gaia, right? Because I'm like well known. Not well known, but I'm well known to my own self and my own memories of perception. I mean, a year ago I had this out of body experience, and I was on a Galactic Federation ship, and I was sitting in a center. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Well, it was. You gotta understand the ships are like aircraft carriers. They're like they're cool too. They have open floor plans, and they have like upper lower decks and stuff. Like they have their aircraft carriers, and the saucers, little ones. They stack them like donuts, but they hover over each other like this. So they stack like that. They do have the those triangle shaped ships, but I've seen a lot of different sizes. I've seen small ones. inside the ships as well, and also seeing all the layout and how it's all structurally built, and also the platforms. And there's also platforms, and those platforms lead like how aircraft carriers have. So they're like rooms and different compartments and different. There's a hospital wing. There's all sorts of stuff. They do get hurt. they and you know what? The last one I saw was projected towards an out of body experience 2 days ago, and it was around the Orion, the the belt, Orion's belt. But as you go further into it, there's it's a star cluster over there. But then it's like there's a huge blue star, and then further, probably like 3 parsecs, there's like a red dwarf, and the ships are all right there. Like, you're talking about 200 of them. They're all like docked at by that star, not too far from it, but like, the stars in the distance. And I don't know why it draws me to that area, and it's been drawing to that area for. And at first, a lot of the times I was just seeing the red dwarf star and some of the ships around that area. And there's a planet, a little moon planet. It's like Takwing in a way. It's like green. It's like green, and it's full like green foliage. So it's like it is jungle like. It is hovering. It's just rotating around that red dwarf. And those red dwarfs are popular. There's a lot of them, and in that area too, and they're all centered around those and there's the black ships. I call them like black ships because it's what they look like. There's black, and they're like tubular structure, but they also fan out in a way. So they're like come out like this, but they fan out like this. They have like edges on them, but they're big. They do kind of look like star destroyers, like a super star destroyer. That's what they kind of look like, but not so flat like that. They go more bubblier, if that's a word. But when I go over to the water tower, I project into that same intention of memory perception, and I try to go to the curvature of the Earth, and then from there, I use it to the second point and another point, because I feel like you can even have that intention if you. I'm very empathic, so I can feel energy very well. I can feel energy in space. It's pretty amazing. So what you can do is you can jump by using the star systems in a way that you kind of like almost like you're using the gravitational field of each star system in a way that you're pushing yourself off of it. It's like you're going through some type of quantum, like some type of portal, but you're portaling yourself there. You're not you're not entering into a portal. You're actually like porting yourself there from here to here to here, and you're keeping focused attention awareness on your breath, your body. Your mind is focused sharp as razor, so you're not having thoughts or emotions enter the mind at this time, and you start feeling the feelings of everything. It's really interesting. I remember going right into it, and the walls are like they feel like a rubber, but it moves in a way. But it's very bound, very structurally bound, and it's like Titan, right? Titan metal. What's that? Tungsten metal. That's right, tungsten. It's like tungsten. And all the ships are like tungsten steel, like that. So I know tungsten is probably like one of the strongest metals, I think. So there's a lot of tungsten in different areas. And they use tungsten. I know that for a fact. Um, Tungsten is expensive because I do scrapping sometimes because I'm broke. So I use tungsten is like, if you find tungsten, it's pretty good money. It's like $4, $5 a pound sometimes. Um, and I bet they use that in aerospace technology as well. Tungsten. It's gotta be on the spaceships, even in the ones we have now today, and the secret ones. Dumbass corporations. There's only like 3 corporations I know that fund different programs that are classified. And I don't need to do research like these people do. All I do is look at a photo and I grab that sensory perception data, hold it in clarity, and project into the experience. And then I can find that person and what he's up to. I did this through a lot of politicians, generals, admirals, and a lot of I keep records of it, and I keep a lot of stuff, a lot of knowledge. When I come return from the experience, I write it down, draw it up. I record myself, a lot of recording. I do a lot of recording myself of all these secret facilities. And I map them out, draw them out. See these whistleblowers who are on Gaia, they don't have shit. They don't like any of this stuff. Plus, they don't have the abilities. And that's what they're missing. And they're missing the abilities. They should given these abilities to them, right? I mean, I was able to do all these interesting things after my awakening and learn them with great precision. Oh, it bothers me. Where's these guys' abilities? They give you these abilities, and it's just like then you're bullshit. Maybe you're stealing the show from the real deal people. The real guys. You're stealing the show. There's no abilities you have, Corey Good. You have no abilities. You have no telepathy, no telekinesis. You don't even know where the safe houses are. See, I would blow it out of the water with Gaia. I'll be full disclosure. You don't have any understanding. You don't know where this stuff is. What you do is you create the narrative with what's going on with them, but you don't want to know what's going on here. All you have to do is you go there on those frigate ships, okay? The frigate ships are the ships that are rebel units. They're like taking like 10 different species of intelligence, and they combine them all together, just like Rebel, like Star Wars Rebel. They have reptilians on them, and these reptilians are still mean, but they're not like mean, like they're not eat your face, okay? But they're, I mean, I know where the star systems are on the maps, because once you go to a planet itself, if you can get there, I can do a meditation where I freestyle, I call it, and then I have the other way of doing it in a discipline, by using the energy of intention, of facial expressions and all that stuff of 5D understanding of somebody's picture, and really pull that data into my intention, and then find that person anywhere in time. I think the FBI or Homeland Security would be amazed for someone like me. Okay, we found that guy, Dan. Who's next? I laugh because it's not a joke, because it's how easy this shit is. Where's your knowledge, Corey Good? Where's your training? You're an SSP guy. Where's your shit? You gotta understand that these guys, like me, are like 10 years advanced than average people on this planet. 10 years advanced, in 10 years is 10 times. I'm trying to say 10 times. 10 times advanced in knowledge and consciousness, intelligence. They don't have it. I could build a plasma rifle. A ZMP plasma rifle. It's not as difficult as it seems. None of this stuff's difficult as it seems. The government today, our federal government, seems to like to make everything impossible in our minds. You know, we leave it up. We all leave it up to Lever to Beaver. We're all focused on that shit. And while they're building their, UFOs and technology, and we let the government get too big to the point where they control us through this shit. And we're just leaning back and watching another episode of MASH here. Let's go. That's how stupid Americans are. Not Americans, anybody really. I mean, you're pretty dumb. Letting just be mind focused on that shit right there. You can do that. You can be a Debbie Downer. Make sure they, because the government likes to make the people fall asleep with marijuana, so many things on television, everything else. I mean, it's still have to stay calm. You can't be all crazy and nut job. You still have to maintain focus, attention, awareness, and peripheral awareness, distance of your surroundings. See, I can look behind. I can look 360 degrees. And I can project into my neighbors' houses, the buildings across the street, over here, my neighbors. I can see everything at 360 degrees just by right here. And I can know what's going on in real time. See, like a lot of people don't know this. They don't know how to use the perceptions, use the training of the sensory, of how to collapse this mind, of the thinking, thought mind, and then work into this subconscious mind. See, the subconscious mind is the one thing, is you can program the subconscious mind, kind of. The people that go on TV, it's the bullshit. We're not programming the subconscious mind. Yeah, right. The average person cannot program the subconscious mind. It cannot happen. If you're able to program your subconscious mind, you will be able to win the lottery every day. You'll be move objects and do all sorts of stuff what I'm already learning. I'm way ahead of a lot of people. So, and probably because it's the memory I have. But I can remote view the lotto. I can do it. I have a practice. I should show it on my YouTube page. I really should. I showed it on my Facebook page. And this guy from Texas won $1,500 in my practice. It's like, I love this thing, man. This guy's awesome. I love this guy's practice. Fuck Corey Good, man. Fuck him. You know shit. You got it, Dan. Ninja Dan, I love you. Just seeing all this stuff. I was like, yeah, because I know a lot of this stuff, and it just comes. I'm like, oh, there's a memory right there. I have a lot of visitors too. It sucks. What am I gonna do, right? I have portals over my parents' house. Pictures of stuff like that all the time. UFOs, helicopters, Apache gunships, Men in Black agents across the street in a parking lot staring at me at 2 o'clock in the morning. I remote viewed a couple of them. I know where key bases are. There's one in North Dakota, big one. They have 200 docks. 200. These docks, these hangars of every dock has a different UFO. And it's in North Dakota. And I have the coordinates. See these dumbass whistleblowers, they don't know shit. They don't do this for remote viewing. They talk all this smack. They don't do telekinesis. They don't know how to do any of this stuff. I mean, if they did, they would be real whistleblowers. They would be real SSP agents, or I mean technicians, because you're a technician. You're not a freaking, what bothers me, there's millions upon billions of human slaves, and he's just one of them picked out. And it's just bullshit. Yeah, He's the one who's picked out to be an ambassador with with his telekinesis abilities and his telepathy experience. He could, you know, I just want to beat the shit out of the guy. You know, like he's a liar. Because he's a liar. Basically, he's just a liar. He doesn't have any unique skill sets. He doesn't. He's not. No human is an ambassador. That's the one thing people don't understand. This not. You're not ambassador. Okay. A ET comes to your planet, and then he's the ambassador. Okay. Not another human. Humans are slaves. And that's what people, fucking people out there. You're a slave. You're a slave here, and you're probably gonna be a slave there. Problem is, you're gonna have a lot more, you know, because they're ETs. They're super. They're smarter than you, by tenfold. Okay, what do you think? They're loving, caring people, I understand, but they have their own agenda. They have a little more to handle instead of, you know, us dealing with the pandemic. They got so many other, you know, things they have to take care of on a much bigger scale. That thinking capacity and brain power is beyond our understanding of what they have to, you know, coordinate towards their planets. Now, a little country like we live in, this is a little country compared to the countries I've seen in these super Earths. There's like 50 of these Earths. There's like 50 of these countries on one fucking planet. You might have everything you ever wanted in a free nation or a free planet given to you. And they do give it to you. I understand. It's not exactly a slave, but they look down on you. They're smarter than you. Okay? So why wouldn't you be a slave to them? Well, they're not like giving you slave labor, but they give you everything you ever wanted. We're like a bunch of, you know, happy kitty cats in somebody's house, giving us plenty of milk to drink and plenty of food, and we work. We're very intelligent workers. We think on our feet. We have great ingenuity, great thinking in a way of that. So that's why we build spaceships and all sorts of things for them. But I mean, they do it too, but it's, I guess, is a kind of a collective, but not really. And Corey Good's out there. Oh, they're amazing. Yeah, well, I guess you can't brag too much. I guess, whatever. But it's true. Where's your abilities, Corey? That guy's bullshit. He's bullshit. I mean, you can only go so far with that type of knowledge. You can only go so far. So